Welcome back to Orgasmic Delicious Living Weekly Mellow Mood Monday. We offer sacred intimacy education rooted in sexual reflexology, ancestral and Taoist wisdom, and just general holistic wellness, holistic nutrition. So today is story time. We're switching it up today. Okay. We are going to turn inward, my honeys, my sugar dumplings, and talk about the heart that doesn't only sustain life but holds memory, emotion, and transformation. You may have heard the phrase, follow your heart, but what if your heart's not just guiding you, it's remembering for you? So our hearts have neurological wiring just like our brains. So our hearts do store memory. So here's this story time of how a young girl who is a heart recipient of a donor and was able to solve her donor's case that was unsolved for a very long time. So the young girl, she received a heart transplant from another little girl around the same age. So after the surgery, something strange began to happen. Okay. Strangely, she started having vivid nightmares, the same one night after night. A little girl being harmed by a man. This is what she kept visioning. So the dreams became so specific and disturbing that her parents reached out to the doctor, and the doctors suggested they just go to the police. When the girl described the man in her dreams, it matched a suspect from the donor's unsolved case. So the police asked her to draw the image of what she kept seeing. So she drew his face, and it was a man who they actually felt was a suspect. So the authorities, they followed the lead, and eventually the case was solved. Okay, the family of the donor received justice, and the girl who carried the heart began to sleep peacefully after that. So do your own research. There is so much evidence out there. Our hearts storing memories of heart recipients pretty much becoming a whole different person and taking on the personalities and taking on hobbies and taking on interests of their donors. One, I saw a man who received a heart from a young man who was he was a musician, and after he received this young man's heart, he fell in love with classical music. So it may sound like fiction, but heart math has a lot of information on how the heart and brain communicate with each other. And this is why I really focus a lot on the heart, because in the melanated community, people from African ancestry, the Caribbean, here in the diaspora, heart disease is one of the leading causes of death amongst us, and kidney disease. The heart carries a lot of memory, even from our lineage. So, as I was saying, there are documented cases where heart transplant recipients did the preferences, fears, habits of their donors. The food cravings shift, their emotion states seem familiar as their donor. So here at Orgasmic Delicious Living, we dive deep. This is not no surface level healing that I facilitate here in my practice. We really encourage people to dive deep and do their shadow work and to heal wounded, traumatic experiences from their past, even things that their parents have it, your parents have experienced, whether we are, aware of it or not, maybe on a subconscious level, we're not aware of it, but they affect us on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so if you want to keen in or be keen on your healing, I really suggest learning more about Taoist practices. And they teach us that the heart is more than a muscle. It is where spirit resides. It is the residence of Shen, which is our emotional consciousness. When grief, trauma, or fear is trapped in the heart, they echo through the body and they show up as heart disease, high blood pressure, heart attacks, heart palpitations, breast cancer. But when you begin to release these old imprints, your heart becomes a source of radiant clarity and joy. Because is the psychospiritual root cause of high blood pressure is a lack of joy. If your heart feels heavy, it may be carrying more than just your own pain. It may be holding on to past relationships, unspoken grief, ancestral wounds, as I was saying, or outdated beliefs. And guess what? You don't have to hold it anymore. Give your heart permission to breathe. Cry when it asks you to. Speak words you silence, because just like your body regenerates, so does your heart. Biologically, every 6 to 10 years, your heart cells renew. Emotionally, you can choose to renew at any time. So place your heart on your hand right now and take a deep breath in and exhale slowly and say with me aloud, I release what no longer serves me. I invite joy into my heart. I trust in my renewal. And tonight, take a time to listen to your heart. Write a love letter to yourself. Or simply rest your head on your partner's chest or on your own pillow and breathe deeply, focusing on your heart. Focus on your organs. You may not know exactly where they are, but thank them. Your heart remembers, but it also knows how to heal. Your body knows what to do once it's in the right state. So stay soft, stay present, stay juicy, stay delicious, and I'll see you next Mellow Mood Monday. Peace and honor.